What's going on, guys? Rich Schnyderite here from the Night Report. I'm back, but I'm joined by a special guest, Mike Ciaffoni. Is that how you say it?
Ciaffoni.
Ciaffoni? I see. I should have known that, man. I suck with pronunciations. But
Okay.
What's going on, man? Congrats on the commitment.
Appreciate it. I'm excited to get started.
Yeah, so let's break this down a little bit. 2019, I think it was, when we got you at the Rivals camp a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think 2019.
Yeah, so 2019, and then you went to BC, and then you went to Colorado State. So just take me through that whole thing and how that all happened.
Well, I committed to Boston College under Steve Adazio, and me and Coach Adazio became pretty close, and I really like his philosophy and how he coaches. He's a tough coach, but he's very detail-oriented, and I felt like he gave me the best opportunity to be the best player I could be. So then I decided to follow him out to Colorado State after.
Gotcha. So I know you actually were recruited as a defensive tackle, but I think you just moved to offensive line this past season, if I recall.
Yeah, I got moved to offensive line mid-season. So okay. I played my first 4 games on the D line, and then I started the rest of the games on offensive line.
So now, how tough was that kind of a switch up? Obviously, I think his son was the O-line coach, if I recall.
Yeah, Coach Louis Adazio.
Yeah. So how difficult was that transition going from defensive tackle to offensive line? And then how much of an impact did he have? Because I noticed when he just got the job recently in Nevada, you tweeted at him saying congrats and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Louis Adazio and Coach Steve Adazio, they guided me through the transition very well, and I felt like I was comfortable right away, right off the bat, to go in and play and make some impact plays. And I'm forever thankful for those guys, and I appreciate everything that they've done for me.
So talking about the transition from D-line to O-line, how difficult is that for a player? And like, is it just like a simple switch and it's like, all right, I'm ready to go? Or was it like, did it take a little bit of time and adjustment?
Well, Coach Smith, who's the D-line coach at Temple now, he's big into teaching what the offense does. So I had the general concepts of like run plays and like what type of pass protection things are. So the transition wasn't as hard as it would be if it wasn't Coach Smith as my coach.
Gotcha. And then I know they kind of just threw you into the fire mid-season. I know it's a weird switch up, but I think you were starting within a couple weeks. How different was that? And then I guess just going into game time, it's like how crazy is that you're playing offensive line all of a sudden?
Well, I played offensive line in high school, and I felt pretty comfortable playing offensive line pretty much right away. And yeah, it was a good transition.
Gotcha. And then you entered the portal back in December, if I recall.
Yeah, in December.
So how crazy is this whole thing? I know we see it from our perspective as fans and media members, but how crazy is the portal from a player's perspective?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many kids in the portal, and there's only such a limited number of spots. And I felt like I had a good. I felt like I didn't really have any struggles in the portal. I mean, as soon as Coach Schiano called me, I knew that's where I wanted to go, to Rutgers.
So now talk to me a little bit about that. When did he reach out, and when did you guys start talking? And was it just like an immediate, like, yes, I'm going, end of story?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as Coach Schiano called me, I knew. I mean, that's been my dream since I was a little kid, to go play at Rutgers, and I've been watching him ever since I was a little kid. I used to live in New Jersey. My dad went to Rutgers. I felt comfortable with the staff Coach Schiano has, and I knew that's where I wanted to go right away. And
when did he reach out to you? Was it just like you entered the portal and it was like right away, or was it like a little bit and then he reached out, or?
Oh, it was a couple. I think it was a day or so after Coach Schiano reached out to me, and I just knew I wanted to go there right away. Now,
was it only him you talked to, or did you talk to anyone else?
No, as soon as Coach Schiano called me, I knew that's where I wanted to go.
Gotcha. Now talking about where do they kind of see you? I don't know if he's kind of went in detail yet. Obviously, it's offensive line, but is it along the interior? I would assume guard, center, or is it?
Yeah, definitely interior. We didn't get into the details with which guard or center, but definitely interior.
Does it matter to you, really?
Or? No, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to help the team win and improve the team in any way I can.
So now your dad went to Rutgers. What was his reaction when you told him the news?
I mean, he's obviously very excited, and I mean, he's a role model to me, and he like me started off as a D lineman, switched to O line, interior O lineman, and he had a great experience at Rutgers, and he had some great years there.
So now, obviously, your dad went to Rutgers, you went to Rutgers. Are you getting your brother to go on board too, or what?
I hope so. I've always me and my brother are really close, and I'd love for him to come to Rutgers and for me to play next to him, but we got to see.
All right. So a couple more questions I got for you. The next one, being an offensive lineman, what would you say are some of your biggest strengths? Would you say it's more pass blocking, run blocking, or is it something else?
I would say finishing is my number one strength, and my footwork. And I would say the speed that I bring from the D line over to the offensive line are my strengths.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, you have to be pretty massive to play on the interior offensive line. I think Colorado State lists you at 6'3", 280, 290 it was. Is that what you're about right now, or?
No, I'm 295 right now.
Gotcha. Now, did the staff get into any details about where they want you at or anything like that?
Weight wise, no one. We haven't gotten into that yet.
Gotcha. Are you enrolling early or in the next week?
Yeah, I'm be there. I'm gonna be there in the spring.
Gotcha. And how big would that be for you to actually have a spring, because you're with offensive line and learning all the new techniques and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be big because I've always had my spring and fall camps as a defensive lineman, and it should make the transition and like the progression even easier and better.
And last one I got for you, I know I found a picture of Marquise Watson. He's now the D-line coach at Rutgers. You and him were at Rutgers back in 2019 when you were being recruited by Rutgers. What do you guys talk about this at all, or is it just like?
No, I haven't spoken to him in a while, but I'm excited to see him again, and it's cool that he recruited me, and now he's back as the D-line coach.
Perfect. And then the last thing I got for you is what can fans expect from you from when you step on campus from day one?
Well, I'm gonna give 100% of my effort, and I'm gonna finish with the whistle every single play, and I'm gonna try to do my best to help the team win.
Perfect. Mike, thanks a lot. I appreciate you joining us. I'm sure I'll be talking to you soon. I'll see you at spring ball.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.